very special guest on the show tonight, James from Biffy Clyro. How you doing, man?
I'm really well, thank you. Really well. Just starting the process of hibernation for winter. We're taking our foot off the gas a little bit and just slowing down ever so slightly after, I guess, what turned out to be quite a busy year. But we're doing well. Spirits are still up. I don't know how, because life is pretty tough at the moment for all of us, but we're managing along not too bad, thank you.
Did you already record your own Christmas album? Because I heard sometimes that Paul McCartney did it for his own Christmas day. He records his own album for that time.
I think so. I think he never stops recording, but I think we probably, I don't know if any, I think we maybe got enough Christmas songs. I don't know if that's a ridiculous statement or not, but I think the classics are still the best Christmas songs we have. I don't hear that many modern songs. I still like Lowe's Christmas song, but there haven't been any in the last 20 years that I thought have been really any good.
Are you still in the game for Whamagadon?
Sorry, man?
Are you in the game still for Whamagadon?
I don't know if I understand that. I'm so sorry.
Whamagadon is a game that you aren't allowed to hear last Christmas until Christmas.
Yeah, I think I'm out of that game already, Jasper. I forgot. I think I was out of that game before December started.
You just mentioned that this was quite a busy year for the band because you went on the tour, the Fingers Crossed tour, which was the best tour name of this year. And there's finally, there is already a new album of Biffy Clyro.
Yeah, we like everybody else, our world was turned upside down, and all our plans were changed. So all we really knew what to do was to make music in that instance, and usually we go away, far away to record so that we don't have any distractions. But I think this time around there were no distractions at home. So we recorded in our own place with a wonderful producer called Adam Noble, he's really part of the family. And we had some fun. You know, it's always fun recording, but I think being in our own place, having maybe a little more charge over things, it was great. Really, really great fun. Really, I mean, it shouldn't be fun. It should be hard work, which I guess that's certainly part of it. But in that time when we were all locked down, it was really nice to have each other's company, and we've made a record that we're really proud of.
How is it to record that loud guitar music at home? Did you get any complaints from your neighbors?
Well, we've been there for 15 years. So their window for complaint is now closed.
That's totally true.
No, that's only fair. It's like when you forget somebody's name. If you don't ask within the next couple of times of meeting them, it's over. It's too late.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, or whatever. But no, our neighbours are really understanding. It's a proper working farm. We actually shot a movie whilst we made the album. So maybe later next year sometime, people will be able to get a little bit of a look into the farm. But
wow,
we talked about it for a few years, but it's a proper working dairy farm. There's people there doing some proper hard work whilst we're just making lots of noise. So it's a funny blend of, it's two worlds that you wouldn't think would meet, but we seem to reach some sort of harmony together.
But can we expect it on a streaming service or in the cinema? Where can we see this later?
I guess through Amazon. I'm actually very scant on the details, but
somewhere I think we can see it sometimes.
Don't worry, we'll let you know. You know, we haven't made this movie for us to watch at home, so we'll let you know. We'll let you know about it sometime next year. I'm not too sure, but also really proud of that. It's a nice movie. It kind of explains our world through lockdown, and it's kind of quite a nice reflection of that time and a nice wee glimpse into the band's world.
And it's good to see it for yourself because 2002, it's next year, 20 years ago, the debut album came out. Yeah, that's such a long time.
It's a long time. It feels like just a moment. It's strange.
Really?
Well, in a ways, the kind of grey hairs in my beard perhaps suggest otherwise, but it kind of, certainly over the last 2 years, any perception of time is completely gone. And I think when, you know, we've been in somewhat of a bubble our entire adult lives. You know, we've been in this touring bubble and making a record, going and toured and having a really fantastic time. I'm really grateful for for all those years that we've done it, but it doesn't feel like 20 years. It feels like just a moment.
But the touring bubble was taken away from you in a way. So how was it to be that time at home?
That was strange. I should probably call in my wife at this point, and she could give you her take on things. But you know, for 20 years we've never had this amount of time at home, so there was certainly a lot of questioning our worth. You know, what am I doing? And that's when we got in the studio and made music. You know, kind of that's what keeps us alive. But
so you didn't make banana bread every day?
No, I didn't do that. Well, I guess I did some DIY around the house and little things like that, but that got boring before too long. Strange time, man. Really strange time, and I guess that's why I'm so thankful for the music. And I don't want to sound like an old like a cliche, but it really saved us at that point. We were really, you know, everything's relative. You know, everyone's gone through a tough time, and undoubtedly some more than others, but we were in our own little tough situation, and once again it was kind of music that got us out and kind of brought energy back into our lives, and I think most importantly brought us together.
And you hear the energy, but also a lot of, I think, experiment on this album.
I think so. I think we've never been afraid of experimentation, but I think there's something about us putting the key in the door every morning, going into the studio and switching the lights on, and there was then less chance that anyone was going to tell us what to do. And I think if you let the three of us, and I must say along with Adam Noble, he's part of the gang, he's really courageous as well. He doesn't take a lot of convincing when you come up with a crazy idea, and I think between the four of us, we were able just to create this own little world for ourselves, and there was no input from the label, not that there really is much anyway, but we kept them at arm's length, and we just did our thing. And that's the way it should be. You know, that's what I would say to anybody doing anything, whether it's making music, art, painting, cooking, anything you're doing. You know, there are rules there that you can have a look at, but it doesn't mean you have to follow them. You know, sometimes it can just be a guide to get you started and maybe to inspire you. But if you're in the studio, we were dealing with the sound of tractors outside, and the electric fence was giving us a signal down the bass line, and we definitely had one hand tied behind our back. But I think sometimes that brings out the best in you. And
can we hear that stuff as a sample on this album? Maybe the tractors.
Oh, we did we did sample some sounds, and you'll see that in the movie. You might be hard pushed to pick it out in the music. I'm not sure. We didn't have like the sound of cows mooing. We thought that was a little bit obvious, but Ben went round with his drumsticks and literally played drums on the farm.
Wow!
And we sampled that and used it as kind of percussion and rhythm tracks in some of the songs. The last song on the album, Slurpy, Slurpy, Sleep, Sleep, is probably where you've got the best chance of hearing that. It's the first album we've made in Scotland, which is quite remarkable in a way. We've always kind of worn our Scottishness with pride, but we've always gone away to record our music, and this is the first time that the songs have been written and conceived and thought about and recorded here in Scotland. So it's something we're really proud of.
Do you think Slurpy Slurpy's ever played on the radio so far?
That's a good question. Are you going to be the one to do it, Jasper?
I would love to play it because I hear so many different sounds and stuff in this song. I need to play it. Yeah,
it's a long one. It's definitely it'll test your listeners. And we played that song in the live shows in October, and you could see the audience were kind of slowly inching back, getting further away as we got louder and louder.
Social distancing.
Social distancing, exactly. We're doing our bit for so. And to that end, I've actually just had my to explain my red eyes. I've just had my booster jab yesterday, so so I feel a little bit under the weather, but I'm now safe, I guess. And for what it's worth, I would, if anyone cares, I would urge people to get any vaccine that's available. Go out there and get it, and do what you can to keep everybody safe.
So what are the odds for the shows of next year? Because in a few months, February, the Ziggo Dome is planned for Biffy Clyro.
Yeah, that's right. It's back to one of those, Jasper. That's really it. I don't think you or I know anything that the public don't. And certainly in this country, the politicians don't know anything that the public don't. The politicians
They
don't know
love to do a party on Friday.
they're going to have a party. As long as they have the party, everything's going to be cool. They don't know their left from their right. You know, it's like, so I don't know. I've actually stopped watching the news because it's just become laughable. It looks, we had a show, a kind of political satire show here in the UK called The Thick of It, which was very, and it feels like that's what I'm watching. It feels like I'm watching an episode of some sort of silly show. So all I can say is that we want to come and play, of course. You know us. We love to play shows. We're going to do everything that we can. We're in a really difficult situation. That's why I mentioned the vaccine thing. You know, if people can do what they can, it gives everyone a fighting chance to.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah, I'm reluctant to use the word normality, but we get back to some sort of life where we can at least enjoy each other's company in some relative safety. So, yeah, I've got everything crossed. That's the best I can promise people at the moment. Is as soon as the borders open, we're gonna be marching. Well, no, not marching. I won't use that word, but we're going to be coming for you. We can't wait to play these shows. We've got so many songs that we haven't played live. And that we want to come and share with you. So
the world is ready, James.
I hope so. I hope you're ready, because we're like although I'm feeling a little under the weather today, we're a tightly coiled spring. We're ready to come after you.
How many new music did you listen to this year? Because we're doing a playlist of the year with the best songs from our listeners. Hungry Your Hand is included as well. But do you have some picks of new songs which you would like to include in this list?
Do you know, I've really struggled with my memory more than anything. I have listened to new music this year, and I have enjoyed some new music. But my memory is the issue right now. I can think of a couple of artists. I've been listening to an artist called Aaron Wright. He comes from British Columbia in Canada. Really beautiful songs, quite introspective, really heartfelt and really open, but I can't remember the name of the song. It's really terrible. Rolodex is the name of the song. Rolodex.
So let's play that on the radio as well as your pick for our playlist of the year.
It's not party time music, but it's a sweet song, and it's one of those I can't get out of my head. But no, my issue at the moment, Jasper, is brain fog in my memory and remembering anything. I keep walking into rooms and forgetting why I'm there.
Can you remember the set list for next year?
Well, hopefully I'll have my mind together by February.
You're in a band called the Beatles, right?
That's it. Yeah, you got it. I think it's been stuck at home all this time. I need to get back out on the road and start to feel alive again. But hopefully you guys will stay safe and stay warm and look after yourselves, because it's not too far down the line.
Thanks for joining me today. And now I'm going to play Slurpy, Slurpy, Sleep, Sleep on KINK.
Yeah, good man, Jasper. Thanks very much. Nice to talk to you, man.